Welcome to the Freedom Property Podcast, the modern real estate brand empowering excellence. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back in the studio today. We have got one of our newest Freedom agents, Gemma, Coady, in the building. Welcome.
Hi.
You like the hype?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you feeling? Are you a bit nervous?
I still get a bit camera shy, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, getting used to having to be a TV presenter also as real estate agent and
it's
camera shining.
It was funny because when we started doing videos about 10 years ago, like Randall and I were talking about it, and we were like, people will be judged in the future on how they present on camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, in real estate, we were talking about, so yeah, it's crazy how far, this game has come.
Yeah. And it's constant. So that's week in, week out doing new videos, and there's no second takes on this. So that's probably why I'm a bit more nervous.
Absolutely. Nice and raw. So tell us a little bit about you, Gemma. What's your story?
Also, I'm new to real estate this year, so a bit of a change. I feel like a lot of the roles and success I've had in running businesses and in my career in the past have all sort of led me to here. So
Nice.
It's pretty exciting that all my experiences stood me in good stead to get a good head start in real estate. So,
And how long have you been in the country?
So I grew up here in the Redlands originally and moved to Ireland when I was 10. And I've been back in Australia now for 9 years. So prior to that, I had been running a marketing and advertising communications collaborative in Dublin. So that was 9 other businesses, all in marketing related, advertising, market research, web design, graphic design.
Cool.
So all under one big hub in the center of Dublin. So that was really exciting and sort of skyrocketed, and it was a really exciting time in my career. Came out here and jumped into a real estate role for a national role in marketing for a global real estate brand. So that was my first taste of how exciting and great this industry is. There was real passion from all the agents in that brand.
Absolutely.
So it's something I always wanted to give a good try at.
So you've had a very extensive marketing background.
Correct, yeah.
So talk to me about that. Like how has that sort of affected you in real estate?
I think it stands me, it gives me a good start. I understand how to market properties, what buyers are looking for, what sellers should do to present their property. I also ran a commercial maintenance company across all trades in carpentry, electrical, plumbing, house renovations, all for real estate companies.
Nice.
So again, that sort of comes into play daily. And when I'm walking around a house or looking at somebody coming to the market, what they could do to increase their value and how best to get them to the market and what people are wanting to see and what to get them the best price.
Absolutely. You do have a good social media as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
I know a thing or two about that as well. So, and like you obviously train and coach us all to put a lot of effort into that. And I think that's interesting when people say, I saw your ad or I saw you on Facebook, or just random people stopping me on the street. That's new for me.
Nice. Yeah, well, you get noticed. You're memorable, you got the accent there. And I think when I first met you and you came in here, I was like, oh, you're going to be fine. Like you're going to be absolutely fine. Like I knew that you'd be fine in this industry, and that's what we're seeing already. Like you're doing extremely well for someone that's been in the game for such a short time.
Thank you. Yeah, it's 5 months in. It's not without a lot of hard work. There's definitely a lot of dedication, and I think that there's that responsibility as well. I take that very seriously in terms of getting a good result for my sellers. That they're putting a lot of trust in me, and I think it's really important to deliver a really good service to them and result. It's down to me, I guess, to keep picking up the phone, keep making those calls, keep making the sellers happy, and get the buyers there by marketing the property right and doing all I can.
Definitely. Yeah, and obviously, this first year or so in real estate, like this is the hardest part as well. So if you can get through this time, you're going to be laughing. But and especially in a marketplace that is tightening up at the moment and less opportunities around, like if you can still thrive and, get these listings, like you're going to be laughing, and you're doing this whilst, being a mum as well and juggling all of that.
I am single mom, 3 kids. It's different to other business ventures I've had where, you could do 20 hours a day but I'm juggling a bit. But in a good way. They're super proud. We drive past every house I list. They're my biggest fans. So
absolutely.
It's good. It's exciting. And all my family are really supportive. My mom and dad help with my mail drops and
Legends.
big shout out. It's good. There's a lot of support in seeing me grow in this. I think that's really exciting too, because I look forward to building a team, seeing where I can make this grow to. And it's all on my doorstep. That's really what I wanted.
Yeah.
Live in Cleveland, work in Cleveland, work around the Redlands and be more involved in my community.
Absolutely.
Instead of commuting to the city. And I guess I've taken more of an active role. I'm chairperson at the kids' school council.
Yep.
So that's really interesting to see and be involved in how they're learning and developing as well.
Yeah.
And then I'm also an executive committee member at Redlands Chamber of Commerce, and that
Which is awesome.
Really good. Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, like there's a couple of amazing things you're doing for the community there.
Yeah, it's just it's all networking, it's all meeting people, but it's all relevant. So what I learn at the chamber and what I'm able to speak about, I talk to buyers when they come through my homes in terms of developments or things that are coming to the area, and it's good to have that knowledge and just be able to refer them to another business owner I know if they need some work done or if they require a lawyer or, that you know people in the area then.
Definitely.
So,
I guess like these things, like signing up to, the Chamber of Commerce or like being a part of the committee at school, like that's available for any of us to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we don't do it. Why do you think we don't do it? Like, why do you do it?
I don't know. I guess my approach is I know it's worked into previous successful businesses I've had just by being involved in your local community and speaking with other businesses and getting referrals. Won a few awards for the most amount of referrals passed, and I've done a lot of networking events, and it's good. It gets you more confident talking about yourself, your services, and then less stage fright when you need to talk in front of a camera. But it's just good to build those relationships. The Redlands is a small place. It was the same in Dublin. Like you meet the same people all the time. You're crossing paths. So
that's it.
Yeah,
it's exciting. Yeah, you can obviously see if the audience when they're watching this now, they're going to be like, oh wow, this lady is going to be successful. Like it feels to me like there's nothing that's going to stop you. You got 3 kids. You've got, these struggles that have happened in your life, and you're still absolutely smashing it.
Thanks.
Seriously. Yeah, you're getting it going. And so, like, obviously when you're just getting started in, like, say you're in marketing right now, let's go back there. So you're in this marketing business world that you're in. Did you always have in the back of your mind you wanted to be in real estate?
Back in Ireland, no. It was very much about marketing. It's funny how it's led me to here. Leaving the agency side of things in Dublin was all about competing against other big agencies in Dublin during the recession and the global financial crisis. And my business boomed during that time. So it was really exciting. And then leaving that behind and moving over here to Ireland, my daughter was only 6 months old. And that's when I took a role in marketing for real estate, which just came up, and it just was exciting. There was a lot of travel between here and China. There was travel all around Australia, working with different teams in the different states, and I just got a taste for it. I could see how passionate all the agents were and how vibrant and exciting the industry was. It was a good time. I liked that.
Nice. Yeah. And so what was your move to get into real estate?
I was made redundant from a marketing role. So that was a big change for me to suddenly think I have bills and things to pay and support, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I definitely wanted to challenge myself into something new. And I've always wanted to do this. I reached out to any of my connections that I know that I made when I worked in my previous real estate role. and everyone was encouraging me to do it.
Definitely.
And like, just go for it. So
absolutely.
Feels like a risk, and it's already paid off. So it's good to see that I can do it, and that that the future is really bright. So that's exciting.
Yeah. It is scary though, eh? You know, when you're thinking about changing careers and chasing down maybe this new dream that you've got.
Yeah.
And diving headfirst into it. It's I've
definitely taken a few risks along the way and had a bit of a colourful past. And I think all of that helps when you're talking to potential sellers, when you're talking to other business owners. You know, I have a bit of life experience, and I like chatting to people.
Absolutely. So, yeah. It's all about relationships in this business and connecting to your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for you. It's it's going to be a big year for you next year, because you've sort of like established yourself a little bit now. Like you've got some good listings and you're starting to market them really well. And I think more people will generally be attracted to you. And then when you get these listings next year and you have a full run into this, it's it's going to be interesting to see what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you see all this playing out?
I'm excited about getting someone to help, building a team, and actually growing my own business within Freedom. That excites me. That I can, have great potential to grow and do more. I feel like there aren't enough hours in the day for the very long to-do list all the time. That I would like to be putting my attention into prospecting more and getting more leads. But I feel that responsibility to sell the houses I have and, do right by my vendors. So it's a juggling act. And by having more resources or more people to help, it'll definitely...
And that will definitely come. It will definitely come for you, So obviously at the moment, you're getting established, you're figuring out what you're doing, you're building up some income. And then, you're going to reinvest that now into not just marketing, but into help.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, take this everything to the next level.
I'm very good at delegating, so that'll be great to have someone to help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how do you find like your daily activities? Obviously, being a mum as well. So how do you juggle that?
I've always been pretty organized. I like my to-do lists, and that's probably one of the first things in the morning is just what do I have to get done today, and I think it's good to have forward planning in real estate, but so many things pop up that just, spiral or head you off in another direction. So, but still trying to get back to that list of what I needed to get done today. In between going to school today for my son's award, the dentist tomorrow for my daughter. So, there's a lot of parents that are in this industry, and it is also flexible. I can be there to do those things. So it's not all work. It's going to get easier when I do have more help. But just keeping on top of it all.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can obviously work your schedule around what works for you as well. So real estate is great for that. So there's probably mums out there that are wanting to maybe take this risk, and they watch this show and think, oh, well, this lady's got 3 children and maybe I could do it too, So
give it a shot. There's definitely a lot of hard work and commitment involved, especially when you're competing against such successful and renowned agents, especially in this area as well, that have been around for a long time. It's really rewarding to be chosen then when you do go up against other agents for listings, or know that the seller has put their faith in you to do a good job for them. So
how do you beat these agents?
Honestly, just I'm being myself, authentic, talking about what I can do to help them. Talk about my background, talk about how the results I've achieved, which have been pretty good, I think, in a short space of time. So they can see that I'm hungry, that I'm eager to get them sold. So that's
awesome. Yeah. Do you think that a brand like Freedom aligns with what you sort of push as an agent, obviously with the community stuff that we do and, with the system. Does that align with you? Does that?
Yeah, definitely. You can track all your leads. You can keep on top of who needs to be called. It's all there day in, day out, what you need to do, who you need to speak to. And yeah, it keeps you organized. But that aside, you've got the media, the brand, the way we all share each other's listings on social, the way where it's a really modern brand in terms of what you offer to agents and how they can use that to promote themselves as well. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think that was the difference? Because obviously when you first kicked off, you weren't working here. You're working at another brand and it wasn't quite working for you, was it? And then you came here. How long were you at that other brand?
Maybe 8 weeks while I was waiting for my license. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the difference when you came here, can we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
It's interesting to.
I remember saying to you when we spoke that culture was a huge thing to me, and being around success breeds success, and that's very much benefited me in my career to date, being around the right people, learning as you go, and being in a positive environment. It makes a massive impact on your mental health and your drive, your ability to achieve more. So I think it's important to be around enthusiastic people that are enjoying what they're doing.
Nice.
And I could see that here when I came here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so good. Yeah, we've got such a cool team here. It's there's a lot of young agents as well, and they're all like driving like to try and achieve these things, aren't they? So they've all got these amazing goals. So it's so nice to be around that.
Yeah, and there's help, there's a healthy rivalry, but there's also a lot of support, and you can ask anyone a question. And I feel there's also that encouragement of, when I get a listing, there's that cheer from everyone that
awesome.
Good on you, you're doing it.
Yeah, so, nice. Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, and so what are you finding hard at the moment? Like, what's sort of a sticking thing that you're trying to overcome at the moment?
I guess riding the roller coaster. So you get a whole lot of listings together, you sell all of them, you go back to prospecting to get a whole other load of listings. So it'd be great to get more consistency, I guess. But I find it will probably be that way until I have more hands on deck that, you can only spread yourself so thin. And
definitely. But you can still, like, if you get some really good structure with how you run your day, your diary, like obviously if you start to book in time to do certain things, it's like if you booked in a appointment with a PT at the gym, like you're not going to not turn up to that. It's like, and that's what prospecting in your diary needs to look like. So, and obviously book a couple of times in a week with your sellers when you do inspections and you don't veer off that. So obviously it makes it easier for your sellers, but it sort of sorts your diary out. So then if someone rings you and they're like, oh, I want to look at it today, and you're like, just drop everything, go show them the property, and then they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll think about it, and you're just like, oh my God, I've just wasted like an hour of my day for this inspection that they could have come on Wednesday to the open home. So having that structure around you. But
then
diary.
Prospecting also takes different shapes. A couple of my latest listings have all come from open home attendees at other listings. So while I might not have time to be knocking on the doors right now, I can get back to that when I do have that again. So
definitely,
but there's always a very long list of things I feel I should be doing. So
that's it. Yeah. As long as you can create some sort of a structure, and then you ramp them up when you can. Yeah. Absolutely. And what are your goals? Obviously, we spoke about you building a team, but like, what are your goals for 2023?
For the business, I don't know.
Like, obviously,
I have thought about it.
I know you want to get yourself an office. That's
I do definitely want a nice big shiny office.
Absolutely.
Personally, I'd love to get back to Ireland. So anyone watching from there, watch out for me. The goal is Christmas next year, me and the kids.
Nice.
I want to have more enjoyable time with when I work-life balance.
Nice.
So actually be rewarded for working your ass off and then actually have time to do fun things. So not sure how that's going to balance out yet when I know I have a busy year ahead, but
definitely
the next 12 months and then enjoy next Christmas.
Yeah.
So,
I think you're gonna do really well in this industry. I really do. I think that in the short window that you've been here now, You've listed some very good properties. You've sold a lot of them, and we know you've got some awesome listings to come. So, yeah, it's been exciting to watch this, this evolution of Gemma Coady. Very, very
Thanks.
early in your career.
You're giving me a big head.
No, this is good though. This is good. Like I always say, good females, in real estate, like very, 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 very good. They're very, very good agents, and like you're a nice person, but the thing that a lot of females sometimes struggle with is that close. It's like being prepared to ask the hard question, which you don't have. But you will ask the hard question. You're prepared to be like, "Oi, give me this, take this." You've got that closing mentality about you. So I think that you're going to do very, very well here.
Thank you. Well, I'm still learning those tricks along the way as well, but I think I'm just, saying it as it is. And it's so far so
Awesome.
good, hey?
So what should people do if they want to talk to you?
The client, like buyers, sellers?
What should they do? Let them know.
Check out my social media.
Absolutely.
And just give me a call. I'd would love to chat to anyone. Whether you're buying or selling.
Awesome. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, Gemma Coady. Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks, Josh.
I look forward to getting you back in here and holding you accountable.
Cheers.
Lovely.
Bye.
See ya.